Okay, so let's have a look. Oh, just so I make sure I don't get all the audio coming through at the same time. And I need to make sure I'm on the right channel. God damn. Apparently I played Monster Hunter. Let's try this again. Okay, so now everything should be set up. Hopefully. I hope. Let's see. Okay, new raid first. And I'm heading to Rago's Reach. Okay. So we can see there's a lot of people here. Excuse me, miss. Excuse me, missy. You're Colin, right? The name's Philiot, newly joined to the Garland's Ironworks. Pleased to meet you. I hate to be a bother, but I've got somewhere I'd like to take you. Wedge told me he once asked you to peek inside the fractal continuum, is that right? Well, the thing is, we recently detected a strange signal coming from inside. Knowing our luck, it's likely some ancient Allegan weapon run amok, but we won't know for sure until someone goes in and finds out. We were hoping that someone would be you, if you're up for the job. Oh, thank the gods, I'll see you in Azizlar then. He's off! Colin, I'm glad you're here. In case you haven't heard, we observed a huge surge of an anomalous energy coming from the yawn. I have a nasty feeling this means Omega's ready to go ahead with the next stage of its experiment, but Master Garland is on his way, so let's hear what he has to say. Look at the chocobo! Care to share your thoughts on this, Chief? Our colleagues on the ground have reported the appearance of the mysterious floating structures inside the yawn. If you recall, we were investigating a similar anomaly when Alpha and Alte Roite made their appearance. Omega certainly knows how to get our attention. I blush to recall the eagerness with which we plunged into the abyss, ignorant of the warped gladiatorial contest that awaited with us within. I can't read. But what's a staggering collection of opponents plucked from the pages of both history and fiction for their ability to pose a threat to Omega. And should you prevail against these interdimensional champions, what then should be your prize? Why, a battle against the most devastating weapon this world has ever seen. How marvellous. He says with eyes aflame, for once I wish you were being sarcastic. Anyway, the energy surge. Based on our previous experience, it seems highly probable that it is our signal to rejoin the fray. Needless to say, it's an invitation we cannot refuse, not when the alternative is Omega unleashing its creations on Eorzea. Well, I'm afraid Biggs and Wedge won't be answering any calls just yet. They're still mending from the ambush in the control center. Yes, of course, we'll just have to struggle on without them for the time being. Don't worry, Nero. Bleh. Don't worry, Nero and I will see to it that you receive all the support you need. Queh. I do believe Alpha here agrees. Looking dapper. Custom-made Ironworks uniform. Oh, you do look smart, I must say. He's part of the expedition team after all. Considering the dangers lurking in that rift, it's only right that we give him protective equipment. How very thoughtful of you, Jesse. And there I was thinking you were just sizing him up for a new range of merchandise. Unlike you can do two things at once. I wish I had that uniform. Really? I wouldn't be seen dead in it. This is perfectly acceptable attire for an engineer. Sturdy, practical, and the best of all, most stains will scrub right out. I'm not sure it lasts long on you though. What with all the fighting, but if you're desperate for a set, you're welcome to have a word with our tailors. Fascinating through this discussion of Ironworks garmenture undoubtedly is, might our time not be better spent, say, travelling to the Yawn? Omega awaits. Okay, let's just teleport over. So many people here. How inviting. I'm ready when you are, Colin. Say the word and we'll take the plunge. Right then, into the Yawn we go. And with your morals, along with what scant wisdom I can provide. It's taken a second to kind of set in, but that was Kefka's face in one of the rifts. Well, the rift seems as much as it did before, and we appear to be mercifully solid. Ah, but do I detect some changes? If I'm not mistaken, there are fewer eggs floating in the ether. Look at that face, look at him up there. Welcome Alpha Group. Your prompt arrival is appreciated. Omega, it would seem your experiment continued in our absence. Affirmative. Progress has been satisfactory, approximately 50%. of the test subjects have been eliminated. Each test world hosts an ongoing contests wherein the strong eliminate the weak. The process is certain, conclusive, inevitable. Every result matches the predicted outcome. Every result except yours. Blip. Do these images cause you distress? Please examine them closely. Without suitable stimulation, you may not exceed your calculated probability of success. Your survival is crucial to my study. Through you, I must continue to explore the contradiction I have discovered in your otherwise impotent kind. The ability to triumph against overwhelming odds is one which I must acquire. Foolish machine. Oh God. What hast thou to show for all the years that have passed since culmination of our war? Naught save thy continued existence. Hast thou no thought of what befalleth thy home star? Your attempts to provoke me will not succeed. I will follow my programming. Fight, win, evolve. Then I will return to blip, bloop. Error. Accurate rendering of planetary label impossible in current mode of communication. Terminating exchange and returning to priority experiment. Alterations to equipment parameters detected. Recalculating projected combat capabilities. Blip. Complete. I will now commence recording your practical performance. Proceed, Alpha Group. Overcome the obstacles in your path and reach the end of the course constructed for you. It seems we have our orders. Shall we cut a path through the chaff then? Cards. Ah, those are some nice cards. Which means... One moment. Card, game, play. You mean to play a part in proceeding this time? I guess a yes. Of course that's what you meant. Well, we do have authorization to fight in this area of the rift, so I suppose there's nothing to stop you from joining us. Welcome aboard, Alpha. Wiggle that bum. Oh, what did that say? The battle must be undertaken alone. Oh god, hang on. Right, get out of my party. Yeah. If this is gonna make me watch the cutscene again, I'm gonna be sad. Okay, yep, I'm good. Time to be sad. Skip the cutscene. Okay, yep, already seen this cutscene a second ago. Cool, here we go. Let's get rid of the map. There's no avoiding this evaluation. Let's watch our stat though. Level checker. Get this head up there. So it's been a little bit of a while since I've last played, so my rotation's a little bit all over the shop. What was the last to go through? Oh, there we go. I forgot which button it was. Am I the one that was turning off? It's turning back on. Probably should have came in here as a red mage just to get through this a little bit quicker. Oh. What, are we ready to... Ah, apparently not. Fortunately for you, I came prepared for the occasion. What a perfect opportunity to field test my latest creation. Kind of creepy that you're in. Oh. Behold the Mark XL8 Iron Nero, complete with a brand new and improved Mighty Magilmore gun hammer. I like gun. Step aside, Garland, and bear witness to the devastation. Target, come on. That would have been a terrible time to realise I could jump off the edge. Oops. Yeah. I feel like Alpha's a bit cheap. I mean, I suppose alternatively it's allowed to be cheap as a chocobo. Who's this guy? Haha, yeah! Oh god, there's the face. That would seem to be the end of them. And of the path as well. And Nero's armor. As far as operational duration goes, that was pushing the limit. Still, should be suffice. In between the scrambling to stay out of the way of Nero's new toy, I found myself wondering about that card you used, Alpha. Care to explain? He boasteth about that. It is but one of many tools at his disposal. Be not deceived by his appearance. Like all of Omega's creations, Alpha was chosen for his prowess in battle. What? Hang on, I just need to take a picture of that face. There we go. Analysis complete. Results match revised projections. At this rate of improvement, you will fail to qualify as subjects of note. Midgard Silver, your parameters are notably inferior. Dost thou yet believe me the mighty worm I was in life? That incarnation perished long ago. My fate was sealed the moment I delivered my spawn onto this far-flung star. That they might be suffered to remain, I did offer up my life unto Heidelin, abiding thenceforth in spectral form, a servant to be summoned in her hour of need. Your account correlates with my records. It explains why I arrived on this planet only to find that my journey's purpose was lost. Of necessity, my priority shifted to repairs even as I searched for a new target of sufficient strength. Yet I still don't understand why you aid these creatures. I should think the reason plain, but mayhap 'tis not so for a soulless machine such as thee. By thee and thine was my home laid waste. The sound of thee, thy very scent, visiteth upon me a tempest of rage. I but lend these mortals what little aid I can render. Illogical. If your purpose is to facilitate my destruction, it would require an entity more powerful than you were at your prime. Without the means to muster such might, your presence here is meaningless. The experiment continues. Alpha Group, your next opponent awaits you within the Sigmascape. Enter and commence the contest. That should do it. A new base of operations is up and running. Now, what I'd really like to do is delve a little deeper into Mega's past, but as the dragon seems declined to indulge my curiosity, we'd best focus on the task at hand. Let's get on with conquering the occupants of this Sigmascape, shall we? Before you cross the threshold, we should take a moment to discuss where we stand. That is the test world you need to conquer, the Sigmascape. Is that a mask or a face? The castle was certainly surprised, but this is verging on disturbing. And we currently have no idea what it might signify. My first instinct is to dive straight into an analysis. The problem being that without a reference point from within the Sigmascape to start from, we'll have no way of knowing if we're even analysing the correct data. Which means you'll just have to go in blind. Hardly the best way to enter into a fight, but needs must, and all that. Are you up for the challenge? Can I ask you to join at Alpha? We seem to be fine out here, but Colin will need your authorization if she's to do battle inside the test world. Keep your wits about you, Saviour. Your next opponent could be almost anything. And if there's ever a problem with a patch day... Quack quack!